a book by a very dear friend of ours, a guy called David Potter. You've probably known him, been writing Celtic books for the last 30 odd years. The book was called The Celtic Rising. I didn't have a copy with me today, but the good news was we got some fantastic support, and even after a reprint, we're actually down to our last remaining 7 books at Celtic Park. And I'm going to say it's actually now 6 books, because I'm going to give one to this lovely man for looking after our company today. That's for you, Craig. So this goes out of our sales in the last 6 weeks that we have are here. They're £20, and once John they're finished, once the people are finished speaking, then by all means come over and we'll go look after you. I wouldn't mind speaking a couple of minutes about David Potter, because very, very sadly, at the end of July, some of you may know, we lost David very, very suddenly. He passed away. So that actually became his last published book, although he did have some work that we're maybe going to look at doing later in the year. We're going to talk to David's family about that. But somebody mentioned, I was literally listening to John talking about that fabulous team of the Tommy Burns era. I loved that team, the best Celtic team for me, never to win a league title, wonderful side. This man's an absolute star at the heart of defence. But what we try to do, David mentioned earlier, I work at Celtic Park's Stadium Guide. I also work for Celtic Star Books. I'm a writer at the Celtic Star. And what we try to do at Celtic Star is share the history. So as part of my Jewels of Tour, every day I get a chance to share Celtic's history. It's like the dream job since I retired, and also the amount of fabulous Celtic information you get from people on the tour. Guys, believe it or not, are older than me. They've got some wonderful stories. What we try to do is we try to keep that history alive. We try to share it. We don't just focus on the absolute superstars, the Jinkies and the Kennys. We actually try and bring some of the other stars of life and make sure those stories survive into future generations. And a classic example of that is what David did with Alec McNair, Celtic's icicle. Some of you may have heard of Alec, some of you may not. Alec McNair's played more games for Celtic than anyone else ever. Over 21 years, he was still playing in his 40s. This gentleman, believe it or not, despite the way I look, I didn't actually see Alec play, but reading David Potter's book, I felt like I did. So that's what David did. He brought history back to life. Guys like Willie Fernie, one of David's favourites, listening to that Piling on the Agony in the 7-1 song, or Willie Bailey song. Willie Fernie scored as well. That's what David did. He devoted his life, he did so many other things, but he devoted a huge part of his life to keeping Celtic's history alive, and it would be a huge loss, no doubt. But one thing he has done is he's left the most incredible legacy of Celtic books, and thankfully David and myself are going to continue looking after that legacy moving forward, obviously working closely with David's family. He also a great inspiration to me. When I retired, I started writing just about 4 years ago. My first book was about another wonderful season. Brendan Rodgers, he's back here. So I should bring you down putting the book today. Brendan's won another victory, and things are starting to move, getting a wee bit of momentum again. So I was lucky enough to write the story about Invincible. And then I get talking to Harry Hood's family, and we're writing a wee story in the Celtic Star, and Harry's son said, fancy doing a book about my dad? Harry passed away a couple of years earlier. So again, we get writing the story with Harry Hood, the wonderful teams of the 70s, and playing with Kenny. Kenny at least phoning me at my desk to say hi. Harry's wife said you might want to talk a wee bit about Harry. So it's a lovely opportunity to live the dream. So I was going to say, from the Bold Boys back to Celtic's first league title, up to Invincible, and the book we're actually going to publish on the 20th of October. Again, a bit like last year, I feel like a salesman with nothing to sell, because the book is with the printers just now. It will be launched at an event we're having at Celtic Park on the 20th of October. It's called Majic, Stan and the King of Japan. As you can imagine, it's about another great first season. It's about Gordon Strachan's first season. I don't know what you think about Gordon. I always feel like Gordon's achievements, he came in the back of Martin O'Neill, that incredible era, Henrik and Seville, and Gordon came in downsizing and still managed to win titles. He came back from Bratislava and Broadwood, and he still managed to win titles. We brought in guys like Nakamura, Petrov, and a few other guys that had played with Martin O'Neill. They stepped up to the plate. Majic, Jarafsky, you could go through some wonderful players. Came in Roy Keane. I'm a huge Roy Keane fan for a number of reasons. Even Roy only played for a few months. He wore the hoops, scored, and I don't know if any of you at the game at Ibrox back in February 2006. In the Irish Heartbeat, Neil Lennon and Roy Keane absolutely destroyed them. They played their slippers, and I thought that must have been a bucket list item for Roy Keane to come through here. He actually get booked, I think, for putting Purcell about 17 feet in the air. So sort of Kenny Miller still now. So I bet you Roy Keane that night sat in the beer and thought, okay, job done, I can retire. And he did. He retired not long after it. But see what he did? He also won a medal as a Celtic player, captain Celtic and scored for Celtic. So a bit like me today, talking to Celtic heroes and talking to fellow Celtic fans, ticking off the bucket list. So listen, I'm conscious I'm probably rabbiting on a wee bit just now, and you're all desperate to listen to the stories. I hope you're going to tell a story about Falkirk in the TV interview. You are indeed, because I remember that one, absolutely classic story. So no more spoilers other than that. So all I'm going to say is thanks so much for your attention and listen here. As I say, there's a couple of books here. It's generally not about selling, it's about awareness. The book will be out. We've also got these books and some other ones on our website, CelticStarBooks.com. What we'll do is, when it's quiet and everybody's finished speaking, we might just leave some of these on the table. So again, no press. If you fancy having a look, see what we've got, and you want a wee dedication or signing, let us know and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, thanks a million for your patience, and I'm looking forward to listening to this man's stories. And David, thank you so much for your hospitality. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.